So this is my VHDL for our VGA controller homework. It was provided on Blackboard, but we were to make some edits to it to have it do 3 of several different functions and displayed on our monitor. So to begin with, the original code just had a yellow block in a certain position on the screen, and it would move to the upper left-hand corner when you press the button on the FPGA. So I made an edit so that it would go to the upper right corner when that button was pressed. It would also shrink and change color. So when I press the middle button, it will shrink. If I press the reset button, which is the top right button, it will appear back on to its original position. If I press the left button, it will change colors. And if I, of course, press the last button, the button on the right, it will go to the right. So what edits I made to the code were as follows. In the port map, I added 2 more buttons so I could do the other 2 optional changes, which were shrink and, of course, change color. In addition to that, I added an additional signal color. This was for the purpose to change the color when the button was pressed. So the rest of the code is used to change and update the pixel refresh rate for the clock for the monitor. So this generates the horizontal timing. This generates the vertical timing. And the vertical timing, this is where we, of course, check the buttons. So if it was reset, which is, of course, the upper right, it would appear back in its default location. If I press the other button, which is button 1, which is, of course, the right button, it would move to the right. If I pressed button 2, which is the shrink button, which is the central button, it would shrink. And if I press button 3, of course, which is the left button, it would change colors. And the only other edit I made was to, of course, count color, which is how you determine what the color of the block is. I just changed it from its default value of yellow to the signal color so I can, when I press the button, of course, change its color correspondingly. And that concludes my modifications.